I'm really excited to tell you about the technologies, infrastructure, and talent we're building to help power the cell and gene therapies of today and the future. But first, a quick disclaimer and forward-looking statements. When we set out to build ElevateBio, we didn't start with a single product in mind, but we fundamentally married the technology, the infrastructure, process development, and GMP manufacturing, as well as the talent necessary to drive forward multiple therapeutics in cell, gene, and regenerative medicines. I'll talk to you a little more specifically about the technology platforms and the capabilities we have. But the reason we built this is because as operators ourselves, these are all challenges we faced, and drug development is hard. And being here at Meeting on the Mesa, everyone in the cell and gene therapy field knows that in cell and gene therapy, it's even harder. It's a very hard mountain to climb, and particularly one that's hard to climb alone. And so so management teams, investors, entrepreneurs, academic founders are forced to tackle complex challenges, bring together these capabilities, talent, and then a significant amount of capital to make it happen. We at ElevateBio seek to break down those barriers. We do that for ourselves and for our partners by marrying our technology platforms with a set of enabling expertise to drive forward multiple sets of programs. To touch on the technology platforms more in depth, we have a genome editing capability from one of our portfolio companies, ElevateBio. These are novel RGNs and base editing, a whole platform that can be used for our own programs, but also for those of our partners. If you have time this afternoon or this morning, I would direct you to Claire Murray, who is our head of corporate development for ElevateBio and operations, and she would be excited to talk to you further about the capability we have. We really think about democratizing genome editing, especially in the ex vivo setting. So a lot of people who are working on cell therapies frequently have to solve and tackle that challenge, and we're here to partner. Melissa's also in the audience. She has built for us an incredible iPSC platform. And when we talk about getting things right from the start at Elevate, iPSCs is a great example of that. It's a choice that gets made really early in drug development, and a lot of people are forced to make imperfect choices. This is, again, a challenge we're solving for ourselves, but also for our partners. We also have viral, protein, and cell engineering, and when you pair that with discovery, process development, regulatory, and CMC capabilities, as well as the GMP facilities, which I'll mention later, it allows us to drive forward a whole set of programs that are diverse, whether they be viral-specific T cells, iPSC-derived regenerative medicines, allogeneic cell therapy, or in vivo gene therapies. We built these capabilities to tackle all of these challenges. So we are talking about an unprecedented access to enabling technologies, capability, and talent. So how do you get access to all of this? A lot of people ask me that, and I guess that's my role in business development. So we are seeking to partner in multiple sets of ways, and we actually have a tremendous amount of flexibility in the way we do partner. Everything, though, is anchored in these technology platforms, in our process development capability and our manufacturing. And so partnerships can be as simple as a long-term manufacturing partnership that allows our partner to focus on drug development instead of standing up a GMP facility. We have done and announced recently a partnership with Boston Children's Hospital to accelerate some great innovations and take years of academic research and accelerate it with the tools of commercialization required to drive those forward faster into the clinic. And there'll be more to share on that soon, I hope. We also have an investment arm, so we can do more than just create partnerships for access. We have invested in seed and Series A companies, But we don't require taking equity. Equity is not a requirement, and we do not need product rights, but we can offer our services, and we believe the capabilities work better when they're partnered together. So let me give you an example of that. Back in June, we announced a collaboration with Abata Therapeutics. Abata was incubated and launched out of Third Rock Ventures, a leading venture firm and venture creation firm in particular. And they had assembled a great management team and scientific advisors, and were tackling TCR Treg cell therapies very innovatively. We were excited by this and excited by the novel therapies with transformational potential for multiple sclerosis and other diseases. And when they came to us, we have a lot of experience in T cells. We have a lot of experience in other cell types as well, but we hadn't worked on Tregs at ElevateBio, but we thought we could apply our capabilities, our infrastructure, our people and talent and know-how to their program to accelerate them, to accelerate the development of Tregs and cell therapies. So for Abata, they now have a partner for their small team and come with a much larger team that can help them accelerate this process development. And when the process development is complete, they can go straight into the GMP facility. That tech transfer is pretty seamless. It's right across the hallway. We were very excited about the work going on at Abata, and so we were also Series A investors. Mitch Feiner, our CSO at ElevateBio, joined the board as the ElevateBio representative. So as the BD guy, I get pretty excited about closing deals. That's really exciting, but that, as probably everyone in this room knows, is just where the work begins. And so I was really happy last week listening to an investor conference in which the Abata management team was asked about their partnership with ElevateBio. And they responded, I won't read the whole quote, but they responded that they believed the partnership would reduce the lead time for their IND filing on their lead program by over a year. So for me, it's one thing to close the deal on paper. It's another thing to be working and to very quickly deliver on the promise and to accelerate this transformative medicine to patients. So we're not just working with Abata. We are working with many companies. We hope to report many more partnerships. And it's not just T cells and cell therapy. So there are multiple modalities, multiple product types that we like to work on. It fits the bold, big vision of ElevateBio. We did not just build these platforms to enable a single IND or a small pipeline. We did it to be able to pursue a broad range of therapeutic approaches ourselves and for our partners. And so when you think about the combination of genome editing and viral and cell engineering and iPSCs, I'm going to take a moment on the next slide to talk about the center of this Venn diagram. But there are many types of products you can work on. And we can't work on all of them alone. We'll do that. We'll do a few of them. But we want to work on lots of people's programs because we believe we can accelerate and get the best of medicines to patients faster. So I do think the center of this Venn diagram is important because when you think about all the technologies and capabilities and platforms that people build only to pursue a single indication or a single product or 2 or 3 products, a lot of innovation is trapped. And so what we've put under one roof is all the technologies and just using an allogeneic immune cell as an example to build an allogeneic immune cell. And it doesn't have to be an immune cell. Someone could come to us with a different differentiation process, and we could work together on a different type of allogeneic cell. But marrying our life edit genome editing technology with our iPSCs creates the fundamental cell type for a hypoimmune cell that is really the chassis for a whole new set of allogeneic products. And we have within Basecamp the know-how, talent, and capability to do the iPSC scale-up and the T-cell scale-up to make these products better and faster and more cost-effectively. So how do you find us? Well, in COVID and even post-COVID, I am very happy to schedule a Zoom call. You can find me after this session. But we're also welcoming a world that if you're in Boston, we'd love for you to come and visit us at Basecamp, our 140,000 square foot innovation center. We have housed not just our GMP facility there, which is really 2 GMP facilities in one, 3 viral vector suites and 6 cell therapy suites, but also our process development and R&D labs, our iPSC labs, and collaborative, open, co-working space where we really envision being a home not just for scientific founders, but for entrepreneurs and for entrepreneurial companies. That is the end of the presentation. I believe we have a little over 3 minutes left, and I'm happy to take questions.